Hello and welcome back to the Gunnaz Podcast. And this is a very special episode. So I want you guys to welcome our guest, Ronan.
Hi.
Yeah, he's a US men's national team fan
hmm
from the United States, and also a Columbus Crew fan as well, as
Oh yeah.
you can see
Yep.
um, in the flag behind him. But yeah, we're going to be doing a combined 11 today with the US men's national team and the Reggae Boyz.
Big up Gunnaz Podcast.
The Gunnaz Podcast.
If you're new here, guys, remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Follow us at 876 Gunnaz on Instagram and TikTok. And if you want to support us, you can do so by buying us a coffee. The link is below in the description. Everybody ready?
Yep.
All right, nice. Let's get right into it. So, uh, those are the squads. So you guys are seeing the United States squad, and you guys are seeing the Reggae Boyz squad. Let me hear from you, Ronan. How are you feeling about the squad heading into the game?
I think it's a pretty strong squad. It's nice to see that they're taking it seriously. A lot of great talent in there. A lot of players who are at the height of their game playing in Europe. I'm a big MLS fan, but it's nice to see that there aren't too many MLS players in the squad, because sometimes when there's too many MLS players, it's not the best squad. So I'm pretty happy with the selections here.
All right, cool. And Dylan, I know we talked a little bit about the squad before, but any change in your thoughts, or should we just get right into it?
No, we're just missing Leon Bailey. I think he would have done well against Robinson, but other than that,
All right. So I'm not sure. I think everyone will be available for this match in your squad, right, Ronan?
I believe there were a couple changes from the original roster. I think Josh Sargent picked up an injury, and there was someone else. I don't recall who else, but Josh Sargent is unfortunately out with an injury, so he won't be available.
Oh, okay. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So goalkeeper, we'll have who are you selecting from your goalkeeper? From your three goalkeepers?
I think Matt Turner has to be the clear choice for the US. He's been reliable for them over the past couple of years. I think he's the clear choice for the US at the moment in terms of.
Yeah, but after his, he has had some wobbly form in the Premier League.
Yeah, that is true. I think Berhalter still has faith in him to perform for the national team despite his inconsistent form in the Premier League. Ethan Horvath is another good option that I think we can trust him in goal as well. Drake Callender, I don't have as high of an opinion of him. I don't think he's even the best American goalkeeper in the MLS, so I'm not too sure
Really?
why. I don't think
he was
so.
really good.
He
I watched him play for Inter Miami, and he seemed okay.
Yeah, he's not bad. I just think they could have maybe done better. But yeah, he's a solid goalkeeper.
Okay.
But I think Turner. I think Matt Turner is still our number one at this time.
Well, I have to put up Andre Blake because I think he's one of the best goalkeepers in the MLS.
Oh yeah.
Always consistent, always performs for Jamaica, a leader, our captain. So I think Andre Blake might be maybe a better shot right now because Matt Turner's inconsistent form. So would you give me Andre Blake?
I'll give you Andre Blake. In fact, when I was writing down my my combined 11, I put Andre Blake because I've been watching him play in the MLS for several years, and he's just always consistently a top goalkeeper, a lot of experience, and like you said, Matt Turner his form has been inconsistent lately. So yeah, I'll give you Andre Blake.
Okay, wonderful. All right, so let's go to the wing backs. I think one of them is a pretty straight, well, probably both of them are pretty straightforward options, actually. So yeah, go ahead. Talk about the two.
Well, left back, I had to put Anthony Robinson. I think even in the Premier League, he's one of the best left backs in the Premier League this season. He's just been fantastic for Fulham, and he always performs at a high level with the national team. I think he's locked down that spot for sure.
Yeah, he's every time I watch him, he's electric. He's just everything. I mean, everything you'd want in like a normal overlapping left back for Fulham. So I completely agree with you there. Is Dest available for the game?
I believe so.
I thought he
unless
picked up I thought he picked up a red card, didn't he? When he kicked away the ball in the last game?
you might be right. Was that in the Nations League that?
Yeah,
picked up red
against
card?
Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh,
Yeah, he got the red card.
okay.
So he's not
That's
available.
odd. Okay, so he's not
Um,
available for this game.
Who's your deputy right back?
Ooh, and I hadn't thought about that.
Chris Richards? He used to
Chris-
be at Bayern Munich, right?
Chris Richards is with Crystal Palace,
Oh,
and
okay.
he's been doing quite well. I think of him more as a center back, but
Okay.
maybe he's a utility player we could put on the wing or
Mhm.
put him on as a right back if necessary. Yeah, looking at the roster, I don't really. There's not a right back I would compare with Dest, so it's very unfortunate that he got that red card for really just a stupid thing to do. But
Yeah.
it's all right.
I think the only natural right back here would be Dexter Lambe Kissa. Like he has been pretty. He's in the Wolves Academy.
Okay.
He has been pretty okay for us. So
Okay.
maybe seeing that I might not get that many positions anywhere else,
Yeah.
maybe you could give me a right back since he didn't do something really foolish in the game.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. So the centre backs. What are you thinking?
Well, Tim Ream and Chris Richards were my two picks. Those are
Yeah,
two
Team
guys
Room
who have
100%. I would agree.
two Premier League players who have been really solid for their clubs. Tim Ream, he's at Fulham with Robinson, but he's been in incredible form this season. Just really, really solid guy at the back. Chris Richards as well. He's impressed me a lot as well. Yeah, I like what I've seen from Chris Richards.
I think if Ethan Pinnock was in the squad, unfortunately he's injured. I think you'd have definitely gotten in over probably Richards.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Damian Lowe?
Damian Lowe. Remind me which team he plays for?
He was at Inter Miami before Messi got there.
Okay.
But I don't really know where he plays now.
Yeah, because the name sounds familiar. I
He's
definitely
definitely in the MLS.
remember him from somewhere in the MLS. I just don't recall which club. From what I remember, he's a pretty solid player.
Yeah, he's Philadelphia Union.
Okay, I thought so. Yeah.
So he plays with Andre Blake.
Mhm.
Which player is that?
Sorry?
Which player is that? Are we
Damian
on?
Lowe.
Oh, he didn't know Damian Lowe?
Oh, I knew him. I just forgot which
Oh.
MLS club he played for.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I think Chris Richards and Tim Ream probably is the wise centre back pairing.
Mhm.
I don't think I'd give Damian Lowe the nod. Michael Hector is pretty old. So yeah, I think you win those two, the centre backs and the left back. So moving on to the midfield. So what formation are we doing from here? So we have four at the back, and what do you want in the midfield?
I drew it up as kind of a 4-3-3 with just
4-3-3.
three kind of flat midfielders, but could throw in an attacking midfielder, a more defensive midfielder, whatever.
Okay, so we'll do a defensive, let's say a box to box, and then a more attacking because there's a player I'm trying to get in. Okay, so for let's say your number 6, your defensive midfielder position, who are you saying?
I think Tyler Adams is the U.S. is best choice there. He's a really consistent player. He always puts in a good shift for the national team. I think he has that position locked down at
Right.
the moment.
Yeah, there's nothing for me to argue there. And your box to box, McKenny?
I'll go Weston McKennie. Yeah. I think he's another guy like Dest. Sometimes I get frustrated because I see him just lose his composure and get a silly red card. But aside from that, he's a fantastic player. He plays well for the national team. I have no complaints aside from the occasional red cards. Yeah.
Yeah, our midfield is pretty weak,
Yeah.
usually. But the attacking midfielder, I wanted to put forward my favorite Jamaican player currently, Bobby the Cordova Reed.
Okay.
I think he's a class act. He plays at Fulham with Anthony Robinson. Yeah, every time I see him play, I'm pretty impressed. So yeah, who would you be putting for Gio Reyna?
I had Gio Reyna written down. I think he's a very talented player. He's a guy. Every time he plays, he impresses me. I think he struggles with I don't think he's fully matured yet. I think
Right.
like last year after the World Cup, he had that whole dispute with Greg Berhalter. It wasn't really his fault. It was more his parents, but that just kind of lowered my opinion of him a little bit. But I think he's an incredibly talented young player. Usually performs pretty well for the national team. However, Reed is he's a very, very talented player as well. He's been playing well for Fulham, so I think either player is someone you could insert into this lineup.
Okay, so that sounds like you'd be very willing to give me my my player. And plus,
Sure.
isn't Reyna at Forest on loan this season?
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
But he hasn't played. So I think, but not even by default. I think Bobby the Cordova Reed must start in this team over.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Nice.
Okay, so the forward line. I think this is where it gets a little tricky.
Hold on 1 sec. I wasn't here. How does the midfield look?
So it's Tyler Adams, Weston McKennie, and Bobby the Cordova Reed.
No Yunus Musa?
He didn't mention him, and I was so happy he didn't mention him.
Oh, Yunus Musa, I think he bring him off the bench. I think he's just not quite on Weston McKennie's level as a box-to-box midfielder, but he's also he's been playing quite well for Milan. Very talented player as well.
I was thinking of having him over Tyler Adams.
Maybe. I feel that Tyler Adams, we were talking about him more as a 6, more of a defensive midfielder, and I think he fits that role a little bit better than Musa for me. But yeah, Musa, very talented.
Okay, the forward line. Whew. Okay. So, all right, let's start on the right wing. Who are you proposing for the right wing position?
Well, I wrote down Antonio. Honestly, I decided to take him over any U.S. player. So
okay.
Antonio.
And then at striker,
I had to put Damari Gray at striker. I'm a bit of an Everton fan myself, so I really enjoyed having Damari Gray on our team last season.
Yeah,
he's really awesome.
Okay, so that means you put Pulisic on the left wing.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Because basically what happened, Ronan, we had both Damari Gray and Mikel Antonio. However, the order was a bit different. So we had Mikel Antonio at striker, Damari Gray on the left, and Pulisic on the right, because Pulisic uses like any foot, you know. So yeah.
I mean, guys, I will take that. So the lineup would have been Andre Blake in goal over Matt Turner. We're Arsenal channel as well, and we're impressed that we sold him when we sold him.
Okay.
So right back we have You have to say Dexter name, Dicanio, because I can't say it.
Dexter Lembikisa.
Yes, we got him because Serginho this red card. Left
Oh,
back, we have a very underrated player in the Premier League, Robinson. The centre back pairing, Tim
oh,
Team and Chris
one
Richards.
pause.
Yeah.
If you guys took out Sergio this for the red card, then we can't get Damari Gray. He's missing the game as well.
Oh.
So you can either take Sergio Dest or you can or we'll have to take out Damari Gray.
Hmm.
So
Bro, why would you say that, bro?
pick your
Bro, be
poison.
honest.
It's
All right,
one,
no, no, no.
one or the other. So it's either he takes this, pick your poison, bro.
But then I feel like with that logic, then we could add in Leon Bailey as well.
He's not in the squad.
Oh, okay. So based off the score. All right. And we're not factoring in Ethan Pinnock as well. We did
Nah.
talk about them.
Yeah.
So who would you put forward then, Ronan? If we're taking out the Mari Grace?
It depends. I didn't say we are. He has the choice. So we're putting it on his plate. So you have the choice.
If we were to take out Damari Gray, I would put Florian Balogun up top. I think he's been in great form for the national team lately. He's a pretty dangerous attacker. Knows how to score goals.
Well, we're Arsenal channel, so I'll take our academy player being in the squad. Okay, so Tim Ring, Chris Richards, centre back pairing. Our holding midfielder was Tyler Adams. Then as the box to box, we had Weston McKennie. Our 10 is Bobby the Reed. Left wing, we put in left wing. Pulisic. Right wing, we had Antonio. And down the middle, we had Following Balogun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Well, what are your predictions for the game, Ronan?
Ooh. Well, I'm optimistic about this U.S. men's national team roster, but Jamaica is one of the tougher opponents in CONCACAF. I think I could see a 2-1 victory for USA here. I think Jamaica will get a goal. I think they will get a goal, but I think the U.S. is going to come out on top on this one, but it'll be close. So I'll go 2-1.
So if you were a betting man, who would you bet to score?
Yeah, I always have to bet on Christian Pulisic to bag one for the U.S. He's their best player. He takes the penalties. He's probably most likely to score. I could certainly see Balogun bagging a goal as well with the form he's in. And I think I could see Mikhail Antonio scoring for Jamaica.
Okay. Well, I am in complete agreement with you today, Ronan. I think you've been one of the fair rival fans that we've had on this podcast.
That's good.
But yeah, Dicanio, what are your predictions?
I made my predictions on the Eddie's channel. So you guys can go ahead and check out that as well. But I said 1-1 in the 90 minutes and a penalty win. The thing is, Jamaica will concede. Jamaica has to concede. They always concede. I'm a Jamaican fan, so I'm going to predict us to win. But I don't see us scoring 2 goals to win the game in the 90. Not with that attack. No Damari Gray, no Leon Bailey. The attack is very thin right now. So I'll go with 1-1 in full time. We hold out extra time and then we beat them on penalties.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's
Is Nicholson available?
nah, suspension. Very thin, bro.
You know what? Bobby the Reed brace. That's what I'm saying. 2-1 to the Reggae Boyz.
All right. All right, guys. So we'll end it right there. Ronan, thanks again for coming on.
Of course.
Thanks very much. So yeah, guys, if you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Follow us at 876 Gunnaz on Instagram and TikTok. And buy us a coffee. Coffee is very cheap. $20, $5, $30. if you want to support the channel. That was the US men's national team versus Reggae Boyz combined 11 and prediction. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Big up Gunnaz Podcast.
The Gunnaz Podcast.